Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. In today's class, we are going to study diaspora and how the term of diaspora evolved, how it started in past and now in present, and promise means future. I will discuss a chapter that was written by K.K. Tololian from the book Diaspora Studies. So basically, diaspora term has multiple interpretations. It carries multiple meanings. Like diaspora, according to Rogers Probacher, is a promiscuously spacious category. Now promiscuously spacious category means it can carry multiple meanings in itself. For example, it is associated with transnationalism, globalization, migrancy, exile, displacement, multiculturalism, ethnicity, home, and many more to come. Now, what is diaspora? Diaspora word is derived from two words. Dia means between or through, and spero means sow or scatter. It is a process where people who are belonging to one country or place or their native country, they leave their native country and they shift to another country, and they do it either forcefully or willingly. That is the process of diaspora. In other words, we can summarize this as displaced communities. So when you are moving to other borders, you are carrying your culture, your ethnicity, your lifestyle, and you are also adopting the lifestyle of the host country. So you can the concept of exile that is associated with diaspora, you can feel exile in your own home, you can feel exile in the host country, and it is also a globalization. It is also related to globalization because it is also contributing to the economy of third world countries, because most of the people from third world countries are moving to first world countries because they want to improve their lifestyle. So in this way it can have multiple interpretations. So if we study the phases of diaspora, it started with a religious term when Jews, Jews after Holocaust, they moved to the city of Jews that is in Palestine, that they claimed is their homeland. So that process was termed as diaspora. So now it started with religious connotation, and then diaspora was referred to the colonial process where colonial powers like England, and they were invading the countries of the third world, or you can say Asian or African countries, and this term that process was also termed as diaspora, and that was second phase of diaspora. Now if we come towards third phase of diaspora, that is when people of third world countries, they are moving to first world countries in search of better lifestyle or in search of better opportunities. So diaspora as a whole can be seen in basically it is a term derived from Greek language. So we have Greek diaspora, Jewish diaspora, African diaspora, Armenian diaspora, and many more to come. So it is a wide category, so we cannot explain it with a single interpretation. Now we will discuss binaries that exist in the diaspora. What is binary? Binary is the coexistence of contradictory elements. For example, अगर you are discussing diaspora, तो आप ये चीज़ माइंड में रखेंगे that binaries जो हैं वो they are not permanent. For example, subjective and objective aspects of diasporic experience, home and homeland, ये दो बाइनरीज हो गई. अब आपका जब आप किसी लैंड पे रह रहे हैं, किसी और की सरजमीन पे रह रहे हैं, तो यू कैन हैव सब्जेक्टिव एक्सपीरियंस एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव एक्सपीरियंस एज वेल एज subjective experience relate to your own feelings, your own experiences, while objective experiences or aspects will relate to the experiences of your community. And now home and homeland. Now what is home and what is homeland according to diaspora? Home is the place where you belong. For example, if you are belonging to Pakistan, India, or any other third world country like Africa, and you are moving to England, so your home will be that country and England will be your homeland. So now home is the place from where you belong, and homeland is the host country. Now you are continuously struggling to associate yourself. The diasporic community is continuously struggling to associate itself with the homeland, but they are unable to associate with a singular place. So now these binaries keep on changing. Dispersion and diaspora are two other binaries that exist within the term of within the phenomena of diaspora. Dispersion is in general an inclusive term, and it can include all types of dispersion or dispersal or process of scattering. But diaspora is a specific kind of dispersion or scattering or mobility that includes migration, and migration must be for settlement or job. And you know that dispersion and diaspora also keep on changing because it's not fixed. And in the but if it's diaspora, someone is moving to another country, he must assimilate in that country according to the culture, according to the tradition of that country, if he wants to survive. So there are possibilities that a person might assimilate. Assimilate means to change yourself to adopt host country's culture, but some might resist. So there can be situations where people can assimilate and resist at the same time. So homeland versus extra territorial opportunities are an important aspect of diaspora, where people migrate to other countries because they are searching for opportunities. And next thing that I am going to discuss is that these first world countries, they openly welcome people from third world countries. They use them as laborers, or they are, even if they are working as good at good status, even some are prime ministers, and some are working at good grades. But after all, they will always be given the status of second class citizenship. They will not consider them as their equal, and that's a fact. You can see different examples of different articles, different cases where people who migrated to the host country, they assimilated in their culture, they turned fully white, but they are, after they make small mistake, they are considered of their brown origin and they are blamed. Next is objective and subjective. Lilico asserts that diaspora must be understood as a condition of subjectivity and not an objective analysis. Now, what is subjective? Subjective means every individual will have different experience. So, har banda, according to his class, according to his ethnicity, according to his culture, according to his religious beliefs, according to his traditions, he will have different experiences, and experiences of transnationalism, globalization, migration in the context of colonialism and imperialism. Now, one who is already belonging to a first world country or a colonial country, he will have different experience when he will move to third world country. So that person will be openly welcomed, and he will have some sort of superiority. But a person who is belonging to third world country, he will suffer from a different kind of feelings. So racial memory of loss marked by histories of displacement and dispossession that cannot be articulated. So these lines are taken from that chapter of K.K. Tololian that say that there are histories where people are displaced and they are dispossessed of their culture, of their nationality, of their traditions in the process of moving or from one place to another, or one country to another. Objectivity of experience can also be related. For example, victim diaspora, genocide and ethnocide, rape, dispossession are not part of the lived objective experience of subsequent diasporic generations. Now let me explain it by giving an example. For example, if you have read about Holocaust, so you have not experienced Holocaust directly, but you have listened to different narratives of people. Now you are relating it with as an objective experience of your community, of different communities. So it is a process of post memory or memory loss. Home and homeland, I have already discussed that home is the place where you belong. Beyond the homeland, from exilic nationalism to true diasporic transnationalism, it means like if you are moving from one country to another, you may feel exile at both lands. And there is bicultural competence. It means that both the culture of both countries, they are competing, or they are continuously in a process of comparison inside the psychology or life of that particular individual. Identity and identification. Identity is culturally constructed and may result in essentialism. Now, how is identity culturally constructed? For example, if you are a Pathan, if you are a Pakistani, if you are a Punjabi, if you are a Indian, if you are a African, so that particular race will attribute some qualities to you, and these attributed qualities will result in essentialism, and they will attribute to the formation of identity. So your identity will result in your identification, and people will identify you according to your culture or race. So identity is a constructed thing, it is man-made thing, you have to understand that. And identification is also a flexible and reversible process, because you can identify the people otherwise, if you consider them according to their qualities, according to their talents, or other aspects, not only on the basis of their race or color. Then contemporary diaspora. In contemporary world, you know that diaspora, first term that was first coined in 3rd century BCE. It has passed over 3 decades, and in contemporary world, it is ideally suited to grasping complexities of our current world. Now, how it is grasping complexities of our current world? Now people who are living in first world countries, they are contributing to the economy of both their homeland and to their host country. They're also contributing to the politics of their homeland and their host country, and likewise. And now both countries, even first world countries, have started to depend on the third world countries for in many fields.